Welcome back to the Jacked Up Bear Minecraft Let's Play series. Thank you for the love and support on yesterday's episode. It was a hard episode to make, and so just to have the positive feedback, I got more likes than usual. Old Cypher's holding it down, still being the homie. So shout out to you, Cypher. But yeah, thank you guys for putting up with that. Today we're gonna be a little different. We're gonna do some work. I don't plan on playing this too long today. I am trying to play some Arma with some buddies of mine, and it's just really hard to get those schedules down. And so when I get the chance, it's a good idea to play with them as much as I can. So yeah, we're gonna do that. But I'm looking for stone. I think we should work on the wall, or we should go. Let's go get some trees actually. So I noticed we missed. There's like a segment here somewhere that we missed, where there's a bunch of dead trees still standing. Okay, right here. Alright. I hope everybody's having a good day. Hope you're feeling motivated and inspired. I'm having a great day. A great week. I'm very tired today, but it's one of those things. It's part of the grind. Sometimes you gotta put up with that. I don't need to cut this tree down, but I am. But yeah, I'm going to try and be a little bit entertaining today just because we're going to make it a little bit shorter. I think I'm going to do 15 to 20 minutes here. And I'm not trying to limit the amount of Minecraft that we're putting out. It's just I'm trying to conserve my own physical energy and my ability to manage my upload schedule with trying to develop a variety of series. Because we're still in the infancy of our YouTube channel, even though, you know, we got 10,000 subscribers. We're still a very young YouTube channel, so I'm still trying to develop in that way. I've been uploading some Worldbox Simulator, Worldbox God Simulator, sorry. That game's really fun. It's a really unique way for me to tell stories and to be able to shape a world. It helps me develop my storytelling skills, which I'm always trying to do. I think it's really important to learn as a creator, as a storyteller specifically. So I'm trying to do that. But yeah, we're just gaming, we're vibing. I had to leave a comment for the homie Josh. Josh, if you're watching this video, stop adding random strange adults on the internet, brother. Please. Please. I know we had fun. We played that game, it was really fun. You made it in the YouTube video. Happy for you. But it is not okay. I'm not saying I'm not safe, but there's a lot of people out there that are not safe, and you cannot be adding strangers on the internet, young man. Seriously, tell your friends that too. You don't ever tell anybody your real name. Don't tell them where you're from. None of that. You should change your whole setup over there, dude. But just trying to be helpful. If you ever want to play Arma, I know you're trying to add me because it was a great match. If you ever want to play Arma, we play on that same server every once in a while. You can find us there, but we don't have to be friends on the internet, man. We could be friends in the game. How's that sound? And do not add strangers on the internet, bro. Seriously. I gotta teach you about the supplies. I gotta teach you about these strangers, bro. Come on. But I've been there, bro, and that's all I'm trying to say. I was once a young gamer as well, still am. But I'm an adult now, so. I got some other people that watch regularly too, but you guys never comment a goddamn thing. So you don't get no special shout outs on here. That's what you get for just putting me on in the background. Not fully engaging with my content. You're not as cool as Cypher. I'm just kidding. Cypher, you're gonna be in my will and testimony for the end of my life, and they're gonna be like, "Who is this?" And I'll be like, "I don't know." Cypher Ringtail. But yeah, we got some logs. I think it might be worthwhile putting some torches down. How's our equipment? How's our elytra? It's good. Oh no, there's too many of them! Oh no, save me, there's too many. Oh my god, no. Oh no, there's too many. Look at these guys. Look at these guys. Ready? Oh. Wait. Nailed him. Get out of here, phony. What do you get for phantom membranes? I forget. What does that do? I'm having a lot of fun. Got a jacked up dog going crazy. We're actually babysitting a jacked up niece dog. Jacked up niece dog. For just a week. Because her dad doesn't love her. No, I'm just kidding. I just know he might watch this, so that's why. And if you know who you are, then sheesh, I'm just kidding. More than happy to. Bam. Okay. You know what? Did I ever get all that stuff out of that box from over where we got the first? I should go check that actually real quick. I might need more rockets here in a little bit. It's over here somewhere. It's right there. Let's just go make sure. This is the first archaeology site we found when we were flying around. And I just got it marked just so I can remember where it is. And I feel like we came here one day to get all this stuff out of the box, but we didn't. Oh, it's just junk left. Okay. I'm fine with that. I'm gonna take that though. You know what? It's not really just junk, so we'll take it. I was talking with my coworkers today about cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, or the layman's terms, how to change the way you think. And just about how it can be very healthy, can be very effective. It's a great method of therapy. But yeah, I think therapy is a tool everybody could use. It's definitely useful. Definitely helpful in certain circumstances. Self-help. I'm a big believer in self-help because if you can't make the choice, and this is CBT down to like just straight the core, but if you can't choose to help yourself, then you have no hope. So CBT is basically like turning self-help into doctor-diagnosed, treatment. It's an interesting thing, but at least that's the way I see it. I'm sure there's some medical professional on here right now that's like, well, actually. And if you know anything about me, then you know I studied to be a doctor. Just kidding, but not really. Your boy is really the most interesting man on the earth, but I just hate to tell you, I'll never tell you all the details. And I would love to be like, if I told you I'd have to kill you, but I wouldn't have to kill you. Like, who's gonna believe you? If you like, I might even just want to. But if I had told you the whole truth, you wouldn't even believe me. So what's the point? I always think that about a lot of things. Like, a lot of this generation is growing up on the whole flexing mentality, popping off on the internet. Showing out, showing your shit. So I don't know, man. Nothing cooler than doing your own thing and having nobody know about it. Because what the fuck does it matter? What literally anyone else thinks or feels. Besides the people you love. That just made me think of. I don't know if you'll remember this, but a couple years ago, we were at an event for work, and there was some people that got invited there for the event to like, I guess, be demonstrators.
Yeah.
And one of them was like really arrogant, and I said something to them about how we normally do things because I was part of the hosting of the event, and just hey, like precautions. And they said, "Oh yeah, I know." And I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." And then I can't remember what else I said, but I said, "What was your name again?" And then they laughed at me and said, "Google me."
I do remember this person, and this person was a genuine jackass.
Yeah, and I just thought it was funny. Because I'm not the person to say that to. Like, 1,000,000% I'm the wrong person to say that to, so... And I just thought a lot less of them in the moment. And it was funny because I was standing around a bunch of people I work with pretty regularly, like almost all the time, and people I've worked with for years. And we all just laughed our asses up about it. We were like, what was that? You know? Did we just get told to Google somebody that we never met before?
I, at the time, genuinely did not know that that person was there as an educator.
Me either.
I thought they just showed up to participate in the event.
Dude.
I don't think anyone was aware that they were there as an educator. Nobody cared.
Nobody knew who they were. So it was just a strange thing. But I say that because it was hilarious today. It's relevant to the topic we were talking about just now. But also to the point that I saw them in an article today.
You did?
Yeah, and I was like, that's hilarious. Because now I'm like, I definitely should Google this person. And then I just didn't. I just forgot to. But it was on one of my newsletters that I get of like stories to read for the day.
Yeah.
And they were in there. And I was like, that's hilarious. And I brought it up to my other... Huh?
That's crazy.
Yeah. And I was like... Maybe I should have Googled him.
I've never seen anything about that person ever.
No, I mean, I'm sure they felt like such a jackass after saying that to me and then having to see me pretty regularly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm the kind of guy I like. It's like, I guess it shows on my YouTube. I'm not really the person to go out of my way to like I said, flex or be like, well, do you know who I am? I have before, on occasion. Don't get me wrong, but I'm a very low-key person, like to mind my own business, like to stay on my own lane. If it's not affecting me, my family, or my money, it doesn't really bother me. But I just... People treat you a certain way when you act a certain way. And if you portray yourself a certain way, they're gonna put you into a category that they could treat you like. And I'm not one to dress fancy. Sometimes I like showing out and putting a nice outfit on or something, like getting a little treat for myself, nice piece of clothing, pair of glasses or something. But typically I'm dressed pretty like a regular, just so everybody else. I wear sweaters and jeans and shorts and t-shirts and shit like that. And a lot of times those regular clothes I'm talking about, are just dirty, and I'm a dirty person. I do a lot of dirty work. And so people treat you a certain way when you look that way, and I just think it's funny because I'm not that person at all. And then when they come to find out later if they've treated me a certain way, and then they have to learn the hard way, it's just like, they always pedal back, and I get it. You thought you were cool, you're not. I get it. Been there. I lived that life once. Never again. So... This generation, and you're flexing, you better knock it off before one of these old people shows you that they're like a flex way harder than you. Like, that's the other thing, is the facts are all there, and so like young people today that are in that flexing mentality of trying to be like, I got all this and I do all that, and it's funny because then you like, if you ever watch an young person do that around some older people that are retired, people with 401ks and shit, they're like, you have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. Because most people who worked their whole life, like 30, 40 years and had a 401k, they're millionaires. They're not going to say that to you, but they're millionaires. I mean, that's the asset value you're talking about. They had a halfway decent job. So, it's a weird thing. So when a motherfucker says something like Google me to me, it just makes you wonder. Makes you wonder what they think. But that's why I was trying to link this back to CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy, somehow. And I just lost myself in the sauce there for a minute. So sorry about that, gang. But tell you what, if we ever do go public and you ever get to meet me, and just know I'm real chill. I'm down to earth. I think everybody deserves respect. I think all life is precious. I'm that kind of person. I don't take anything for granted. All that. Or for the kids that are watching, I'm what you call goated. For real. But yeah, I don't know. I just think about that. I just been thinking about like even in conversations with people that really know me, I stay real chill. I stay, keep it real with them. But I will question everything people think and feel, and just to be like, well, what else can we consider? How else can we be living? I just forgot about all this. Okay, looks like we're moving some storage today, folks. After yapping so much. I was like, today, we just started, it's like halfway through a damn regular episode already. Remember when you used to have to get a boat and paddle across there? Like peasants? Just kidding. I don't flex on anybody. Peasants. Say we got a lot of sandstone and sand over at this other place too, so I wonder if I can grab. Let's grab this one. We'll throw these in there. Yeah, this has got some space to take some stuff, so we're gonna. First of all, there's wool in here, and there's books in here. And redstone is pretty valuable. I mean, it's everywhere, but it's a tool of some sort. So let's do that. And then we'll grab these two shulkers and go fill them with the sand and sandstone. When we're done with that, I think I'll call it an episode. If you could take anything away from today's episode, I hope it's that, just to be genuine and to be chill. And don't add strangers on the internet, Josh. God damn it. God, bro, I'm trying to help you. You never listen. You didn't listen about the supplies. You better listen about adding strangers on the internet, bro. Unless it's like someone your age, bro. All I'm saying is do not add adults on the internet. God damn. I'm gonna eat a delicious salad that Objective Wife prepared for me after I'm done with this. And some hot dogs. We're having a real American. I just got done saying all this like, don't be coming at me, bro. I ain't the guy. I'm eating salad and hot dogs over here. We just live differently. We just really. I was telling Jacked Up Wife this like. All right, I'm gonna use the example of Goodwill that I said the other day. Okay.
Oh my god.
So we go to Goodwill. We don't need to go to Goodwill.
I like Goodwill.
Jacked Up Wife loves Goodwill. She grew up going to Goodwill. But we're not, that's not the part of our life we're in anymore, and it's just an old habit. But when we started dating, Jacked Up Wife wanted to go there all the time. Well, not all the time, but, every once in a while. And I said, okay, whatever. I'm not above it. Never have been, never will be. But it's just not somewhere I go, normally. But yesterday we went there again. We were looking at stuff. We didn't get anything. There's lots of strange characters in there. Kind of made us all uncomfortable. We're not very social people as it is, so we don't really like being around people, period. But a lot of strange characters really made us feel uncomfortable. People invading our space, that kind of stuff. Yeah. And so we just left. But I said, this is part of the reason I don't go to Goodwill. Is like, you always encounter someone strange. Someone always wants to talk to you. I'm not really into that stuff. Unless I have to. But I also said... if somebody ever is like, bro, why do you shop at Goodwill? Because that is something, some of my colleagues or my friends might say to me, just because of the work that we do, the kind of privilege I've been afforded. And I just took the most maniac evil stance yesterday when we were leaving, just to like drive the point home to these crazy people that are asking these questions. As I said, well, it's, you think I'm gonna help the poor by doing this and that, and not me. I'm not helping the poor, man. In fact, I believe so much in doing away with the poor that the resources that are accessible to them, I'm taking them for myself too. Because literally, if it's the only accessible resource to them and I take it, they get poorer, while I further increase the wage gap.
Now going to Goodwill isn't fun anymore.
And now going to Goodwill is no longer fun. I ruined thrifting for my wife by talking about the disproportionate advantage that we have in an economy like America.
As someone who grew up poor and then as an adult remained poor up until meeting you and dating you and having access to financials that we now share, it's a really hard habit to break, to be like, yeah, we could get a new version of this, or we could get a shitty version that I could just fix at Goodwill, and then it's like perfectly fine, and we save what, 50-60% of the cost? That's hard to break out of, though.
That's fair. That's a really, I'm all about cost saving too, but still, it's like, I just, there's ways to think about things that just like really change it for you.
Yeah.
And they're just like, damn, are we doing something right or wrong? So it's just the moral gray area of, I guess the gray area of morals, period. I once shared a book with one of my work people, my coworkers. It was Beyond Good and Evil by Nietzsche. And I shared it with an older woman who was very sweet and kind and, very lovely. And she just hated Beyond Good and Evil. She said, this book is nasty. Because it basically just says, like, no such thing as good and bad. Everything's kind of a moral gray area. Humanity is like a ladder you can climb and stuff like that. Just kind of, it's Nietzsche. It's not really the best philosophy. It's kind of grungy and edgy and made for teenage boys who never get laid. But yeah, sorry, if you read Nietzsche and you love it and that describes you perfectly and you're mad, you're only mad because it was the truth. I'm sorry. Dodge them fandoms, idiots. Oh, now they're getting jumped. I call this a jumping because if you swing on me, you're going to get your ass beat and tell everyone you're getting jumped. Because that's just how it be. All right, jacked up family, jacked up viewership. I'm gonna end the episode there. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for liking and subscribing always, and just appreciating everything that I do over here. I appreciate you. And if you made it this far in the video, you're real. You're real. I just want you to know that today. I'm Bear. We'll see you next time.